We can all likely make long lists of the bad money mistakes that we have made. That being said, we all make money mistakes, and the key here is that we dust ourselves off and we keep moving. So keep watching to learn how to avoid money mistakes and recover if you have made these big ones. Hi everyone, my name is Bola Shokunbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance. I'm also the author of the Clever Girl Finance book series and my most recent book, Choosing to Prosper. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the big money mistakes that you want to avoid and how to recover from them if you have found that you have already made these mistakes. Number one, not saving any of your monthly income. I can't tell you how many people tell me that they cannot afford to save any money when they get paid, but somehow, miraculously, they still find time to go out to dinner and drinks, to hang out with friends at the mall and go shopping, to get their nails done, and much more. And it is really important that you're saving money for your future self because this is money that you're going to use to take care of that future self. And so, when it comes to saving money, you want to build a line item into your budget specifically to save and to invest for your future self. And you also want to try your best to automate your savings. This way, that money just automatically gets put into that savings account, into that investment account without you having to think about it. It is a good idea to aim to save at least 10% of your income. However, if that is a stretch, start with 5% and then build up from there. And even if you cannot do 5%, save what you can, but instead build the habit of saving money, which means that every time you get paid, you try to save something. Number two, living large and lifestyle inflation. So it's really easy to put savings in the back burner, especially when you're younger and you're earning good money. A lot of times you tell yourself, I have time to save, or you don't bother to save, or, because of lifestyle inflation, where you take on the expensive car and the big apartment, the big house, etc., you find that you don't have enough money to save. So if you found yourself caught up in living large or lifestyle inflation, this is a good time to really assess your expenses right now and see what opportunities you have to cut back, whether it's with how much you're spending with entertainment or on housing and etc. What are opportunities for you to save money either now or in the near future, and start putting money aside for your future self. One thing to keep in mind is that we cannot get back time, right? And when we are not saving any money because we're living large or because of lifestyle inflation, we're missing out on compounding and appreciation and dividends to build wealth for our future selves. Number three, not having a plan to pay off your credit card. A big money mistake is carrying a balance with you, especially when you spent it on frivolous items, the awesome clothing, the fabulous vacation, eating out with your friends, etc. It may all seem like little amounts, but over time they really add up, especially when you're using your credit card to make big purchases that you don't know how you're going to pay the next month. And so one thing you want to do now, if you have a credit card balance, is create a debt repayment plan, whether you're leveraging the snowball method, which is paying the smallest balance first, or you start by paying off your debt that has the highest interest rate first. You want to create a plan. You want to have a plan in place to quickly pay down your credit card because of the interest. That interest is costing you and it's increasing your balances every day and every month. And so create a plan to pay down your debt so that you can start to save more. Because when you're able to pay down your credit cards, you free up cash that you can use to accelerate your savings and your investments. Money mistake number four, delaying important financial decisions. A lot of times we may find ourselves putting off financial decisions, important financial decisions like saving, investing, or paying down debt because they seem too lofty or they seem too hard. And one way to get around delaying these important decisions is to break those decisions down into smaller chunks. For example, you may tell yourself you want to save $10,000, as opposed to getting overwhelmed by the amount $10,000 and telling yourself this is way too hard for me to save. Think about how you can break this down into what can you save every month, right? So if you decide that you want to save $10,000 in a year, that's $833 in a month. And if you get paid every 2 weeks, that's a little over $400 that you put aside from your paycheck. So when you break it down into smaller chunks, it makes it easier. Also, let's say you have $100,000 in student loans to pay down, and you may be looking at that amount and thinking to yourself, oh my God, this $100,000 is so overwhelming. But then ask yourself, based on what you earn, based on you getting creative with your finances business, to earn more money, a side hustle, a part-time job, etc., how much extra can you put towards that debt on top of your minimum payment? It could be that your minimum payment to your student loans is $500 and you're able to put down an extra $500 every month. That's $1,000 a month. And so the smaller step is making sure that you can make that $1,000 payments every month to help you make progress to your goal. So you do not want to put off your important financial decisions, because they can keep you stuck in a place where you will look back after several months or even several years and be like, oh my God, my debt has grown. I haven't been able to save anything, because you were putting off making a decision and you're putting off taking action. If you're feeling incredibly overwhelmed about your finances, ask for help. You can get help from a financial professional or from a therapist, or even leverage our free resources at Clever Wealth Finance. And we also offer personal finance coaching to help you create a plan and a strategy to make those important money decisions. Money mistake number 5, not investing. Investing is how you counter inflation and how you ultimately grow your money. And there's a variety of different ways to invest. If you look at all the wealthy people in the world, they have built that wealth from investing one way or the other, whether it's in the stock market, in real estate, in business, or other avenues of investing. They have put their money to work for you. And that's essentially what investing is. It's your money working for you even when you're sleeping, because you only have so much time, right, to put into your job to exchange for a paycheck. Whereas when you're investing, your money is working for you regardless of what you're doing, whether you're sleeping, taking a shower, on vacation, your money is out there working hard for you. So it's really important to invest early as you can. Today is the best time to start, so you can take advantage of the power of compounding, appreciation, and dividends. And don't think that you need a huge chunk of money to invest. So many investment platforms let you start with just a small amount of money and you can build up over time. It's all about being consistent with making your deposits to your investment accounts. Money mistake number 6, not having a backup plan. And this means not having emergency savings put aside and not having the right type of insurance. Your backup plan can essentially save you from being financially derailed. And so it's really important that if you do not have emergency savings and you're earning an income right now, that you dedicate a portion of each paycheck to put towards saving for emergencies. You want to try to put aside 3 to 6 months of your basic living expenses, so your food, your housing, your transportation, your core utilities, and any core medicines that your household needs. You also want to take an assessment of what insurance coverage you have and make sure you have the right kind of insurance, especially when it comes to health insurance and auto insurance, right? So if you're gainfully employed right now, you're running a business, you're earning an income, you want to be putting money aside for emergencies, have a backup. And you also want to make sure you have adequate insurance so that if life happens, because life always happens, you are able to cover those expenses that come with life happening. Money mistake number 7, not protecting your personal information. We are in the day and age of so much identity theft and fraud, which means that there is a great likelihood that if you have some sort of online account, that your information has been compromised at one point or the other, or has a potential to be compromised. And so it's really important that you are protecting your personal information. You are not sharing unnecessary private information online about your social security number, your passport information, your address, your credit cards, etc. And also that you're protecting your data by not entering your information into websites that you don't trust. Many credit card companies and banks right now offer free credit monitoring. You can reach out to each of the credit bureaus to freeze your credit. Those are a couple things that you can do to protect your personal information, especially from a financial perspective. By the way, if you are enjoying this video, I'd love for you to hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and tell your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance. And then stop by our website at clevergirlfinance.com. We have over 30 plus completely free courses and over 40 plus completely free worksheets to help you on your journey to financial wellness. Okay, let's get back to this video. Money mistake number 8, ignoring the small goals. A lot of times we tell ourselves that doing small actions will not make a difference. So saving that $20, putting that $50 towards your credit card, we tell ourselves that it doesn't matter, we owe so much money, or we want to save so much money that those small amounts won't count. But the truth is they do add up. And it is those small amounts and those small action steps that help you achieve your bigger goals. So save the $15, save the $20, put the $50 $50 towards your credit card, towards your student loan. And as long as you're consistent with it over time, you'll find that because you have built that habit of consistently saving and consistently paying down your debts, when you have extra money, when you have windfalls, when you get that bonus or that raise, when you're able to sell something you don't need and bring in extra cash, you will automatically think of putting that money towards your savings goals or towards your debt pay down goals. So don't ignore those small goals. Don't ignore those small action steps because they actually can add up into a big deal. Money mistake number 9, a lack of accountability. Sometimes we need accountability to help us stay focused and to help us actually achieve our goals. And if we're not being held accountable to ourselves or by other people, sometimes we don't work on those goals. We let them fall to the side and we feel guilty at the end. Not being accountable means that you can also become complacent, you can procrastinate, you can delay what you need to do, and as I mentioned, not get anything done. And so for me, accountability means sharing my goals with a trusted friend or family member, which is usually my husband, because they will keep me accountable and remind me of what it is I want to do when I start to slack off or when I start to feel discouraged. So find ways to keep yourself accountable. I set reminders on my phone that remind me to do what I say I'm going to do. I will say, hey girl, today is time to save. Today is time to invest. Today is time to start a new audiobook to keep you immersed in that goal you're trying to accomplish. So set those reminders, find an accountability partner, a trusted person that you can share your goals with that will keep you motivated and help you pick yourself back up when life happens. Money mistake number 10 is not checking in on your progress. So how are you supposed to know how far you have come if you're not keeping track of what you have done? And this is so important because when you don't keep track of your progress, a lot of times we tell ourselves we haven't done enough or that we haven't done anything, and we let that goal fall to the side. We give up too easily. And so you want to start keeping track of your progress, no matter how slow it might be. Set reminders on your phone to check in on your goals every week or every 2 weeks. Review your budget once a month, your saving goals, your plans once a month. If you get derailed or you experience a setback, it is okay. Do not give up. Keep checking on your progress because you will be motivated to keep going when you see how far you've come. And slow progress is still progress. So don't give up. Money mistake number 11, not caring about your credit score. So a credit score is essentially your report card, your grade on how well you have managed debt, how well you have paid your bills, the amount of credit that you have taken on, how much debt you have leveraged, what your debt to credit ratio is, and etc. And while when you are saving money or paying down debts, the credit score is not ultimately your top priority, right? You know, your financial independence, your financial wellness is, it is still a very important number because if you need to leverage debt to, for example, purchase a home, you need to have a score that is in good standing. And so you want to pay attention to your score. Pull your credit reports at least annually, at the very minimum annually, and you are entitled to a free credit score, a free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. And you can also put credit monitoring on your accounts through platforms like Credit Karma. Many banks offer free credit monitoring so you can see where you currently stand with your credit score, see if there are any errors on there, see if you need to dispute anything, and then pay attention to what you can do to improve your score, like paying down debts. Make sure that you're paying your bills on time, making sure that that debt you're paying down is being reported to the credit bureaus, and much more. So you really want to pay attention to your credit because in addition to leveraging it to purchase a home, for example, a lot of times you need to have a credit card to make payments for certain things, right? Less and less places are accepting cash. And while you can use a debit card, it's a good idea to leverage a credit card if you can use it responsibly because of the protection it offers, especially when it comes to fraud or you needing to dispute payments. Also, a lot of times employers will check your credit, or even getting certain types of utilities will require a credit check. So you definitely want to pay attention to your credit score. Money mistake number 12, not sticking to a budget. And this is essentially when you just spend without regard to how much you're earning. A lot of times you may find yourself spending more than you are bringing in. The solution to this is creating a plan for your money. A budget is not punishment. It is you as the boss of your finances, as the person who works so hard for your money. It is you telling your money what it needs to do for you, including paying bills, paying down debt, saving, letting you enjoy yourself, go on vacation, go out to eat, do the shopping you want to do, but you need to plan accordingly so you do not overextend yourself and so that you can still achieve your financial goals while living a good life. So it's really important that if you don't already have a budget in place, that you find a budgeting method that works for you and start to leverage a budget to help you succeed with your finances. Money mistake number 13, forgetting to celebrate your wins or not celebrating or acknowledging your wins at all. Listen, it is so important that you acknowledge what you have done well when it comes to your finances. This will keep you inspired and motivated to take the next steps. The journey to building wealth, to paying off debt, to investing, to saving is not always easy. It can be overwhelming, it can be challenging, you may face setbacks, and you want to stay motivated and inspired and focused. And one way you can do this is by patting yourself on the back when you have done something well. You paid all your bills on time this month, celebrate that win, acknowledge it. What I do when it comes to my financial wins is I keep a journal where I write down every good thing I've done when it comes to my money. If I didn't buy something and I saved the money instead, when I pay all my bills on time, when I reach a savings goal, I write it down and I remind myself how well I've done, because sometimes we'll make mistakes, sometimes we'll overspend, sometimes we'll impulse purchase, and we don't want to use that as a way to down talk ourselves or make us feel guilty and then demotivated, and then we don't take action towards our goals. So celebrate those wins. We're all about celebrating wins here at Clever Girl Finance. No win is too small to celebrate. You are making good progress and you need to acknowledge yourself for that. And money mistake number 14 is not getting back up when you slip up. Listen, I cannot tell you how many times I have slipped up when it has come to a financial goal, a business goal. Things didn't go according to plan. I got derailed, so many reasons. But it is important to pick yourself back up, get back on the path that you were on, and keep taking those steps towards your goals, whether it's with your finances, with your career, with your business. It is inevitable that we're going to face stumbling blocks on our paths through life. And so it's really important that you don't stay down. You pick yourself back up. And this is how you achieve the goals. This is how you build wealth. This is how you become debt free. This is how you achieve your career and your business goals. You have to get back up. So get clear on your why. Remind yourself of your why. Why is it important for you to succeed? Why do you want to achieve those goals? And when you fall, tap into that memory of that why. Think about your why so you can pick yourself back up. But you do not want to allow yourself to stay stuck. You do not want to find yourself in any pity parties, woe is me, oh, life is hard type of situations. No, life is hard. We already know that. What are you going to do about it? So pick yourself up and keep moving forward. So now that you know about the money mistakes you want to avoid and you have a few tips on how you can recover from them, I want to share a step-by-step process you can take to help you get back on track after you have made a money mistake. We have all made money mistakes, and sometimes that includes making bad financial decisions, but don't beat yourself up over it. Thankfully, there are plenty of strategies and ways to recover from a past money mistake. So step one, you want to acknowledge your bad financial decisions and forgive yourself. To get ahead, you have to forgive yourself for that money mistake. So take note of what the life lesson is and keep moving forward. Step number two, decide it's time to take action towards changing your financial situation. Once you decided to make good financial choices, put your plan in place. And you don't have to wait for January. You can start a new financial leaf today, right now. You can start to work on reducing your spending, your expenses, paying down debt, etc. But it's time to take action. Step number three, get motivated and shift your circle of influence. One of the best ways to begin making smarter money choices is to learn from other people. So start reading personal finance and personal development books and websites and YouTube. Listen to podcasts. Surround yourself with people who are going to motivate you to do better and keep going even on those tough days. Step number four, define your goals and make them easy to accomplish. And so this next piece of advice is to define your goals on how you can correct your mistake and then make it easy for you to stick to that goal. For example, you want to put your goals where you can see them. So you can use a calendar or a planner or your phone, and then automate your savings, automate your bill payments, automate paying down your debt so that it just happens each time you get paid. And this is one of the simplest ways that you're able to achieve success with your finances. And then step number five, be okay with failure and remember to keep trying. It is completely okay to fail sometimes. We all fail. We've all had setbacks. The silver lining is that there are lessons you can learn. And so take those lessons, apply them to your next steps, and know that no one is perfect, but you can still make progress and you can still achieve your financial goals. Remember, as long as you are intentional, you can recover from your financial mistakes. You do not have to stay stuck there. You just have to learn, pick yourself back up, start implementing your plan, take the steps and make progress. And don't forget to celebrate those wins as you make your progress, no matter how small they are. Have you made some money mistakes? And what are you doing to get back on track? Share in the comments below. I would love to know. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, tell your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance, and then stop by our website at clevergirlfinance.com. We have over 30 plus complete free courses and over 40 plus complete free worksheets. And I would also love for you to follow us on Instagram at Clever Girl Finance and check out the Clever Girls Know podcast everywhere you listen to your podcast episodes. I hope you've enjoyed tuning into this video. And if you have, I'll see you next time.